Hi, I'm Rob, and today we're at the Alice Lyle pub in Rockford, and we're going to have some tales of rabbits again, and we're going to tell of a lady losing her head in the quite literal sense. So join me on the walk. So the Alice Lyle was the former Rockford village school. It's 18th century and it backs onto some lovely lakes, so it's a really nice place to bite to eat and a meal. But anyway, we leave the pub behind us, walk back onto the road. So as we come out of the pub, out of the lovely cottage, we turn left. So at the signpost we carry on forward. So on your left is Docken's Water. Looks like the beavers have been at work. More like the Boy Scout beavers than beavers though, by the look of it. Anyway, forward. And just at this junction there's a ford across Docken's Water. No water splash today though, water levels are too low. But we're going to turn left at this junction. Well, we're at Moyles Court School now. But Moyles Court goes back a lot further than a school. And I'll tell you more about that in a second. So we're tucked in out of the wind. It's a fairly windy day today, and over the road is Moyles Court School. Building is 17th century, and it was the home to one John Lyle. Now, John Lyle was a bit of a big noise in Oliver Cromwell's government, and so was quite well to do because of it. His wife was Alice Lyle, and they were royalists. Now that's fairly important really. Listen to what happens. So anyway, there was the Monmouth Rebellion which took place when Duke of Monmouth decided he was a pretender to the throne. So the Monmouth Rebellion was also called the Pitchfork Rebellion because it took place in the West Country, and it culminated with the Battle of Sedgemoor, which was in Western Zoyland in Somerset. The Duke of Monmouth's forces took a beating, a lot of fugitives ran away from the royalists and certain death, and Alice Lyle decided she would hide some in this house here. Unfortunately for Alice, she was found out and she was taken to Winchester to be tried by Judge Jeffreys at the bloody assizes. He sentenced her to burning at the stake. King James, however, he interceded. He said because of her prominent position she should have the privilege of a public beheading. So that was what happened in 1685 in the market square in Winchester. She was publicly beheaded. So carrying on past the school and up the road, past the horses. So we pretty soon come to Kissing Gate and a footpath sign that the horses build, which leads us up into the woods. Top of the path, come to a gate, which we go through, we turn right. Oh, we enter the woods. Sporting rights reserved. So on the left there's a foundations of something, not sure what. Long time knocked down though. So the path divides and we take the right fork. Stranger and stranger. It's another foundation for something. Second World War related maybe? I don't know. If anyone knows, please put in the comments because I'd love to know. So we carry on walking across Newlands Plantation until we come across the end of the track, and it's a T-junction with a footpath which we then turn right at, but we'll enjoy Newlands Plantation for the minute. Lots of lovely heather growing out of the bank. And carry on. Look at that lovely view. Lovely day for a ride. So at this point we meet up with a public right of way which comes down from the hill, but we're taking it right. So you find this a lot in the New Forest. A lot of the streams are this Coca-Cola-y colour. I believe it's to do with iron in the water. Don't hold me to it though. Anyway, we continue across the bridge up the path. So we get to the lane and we go across the lane, continue up the hill. Up. So at this point by the silver birch, a little valley down there, we go this way. So follow the track along, and then either side of the track we should see some medieval pillow mounds. Sometimes they can be very difficult to see. So we come off of our path for the time being, we come off to the right to wander across a bit of common looking for the pillow mounds. This is the remnants of one. It's a bit mullered, but there are still rabbits in there. This is where the story of rabbits come on. And what these pillow mounds are, originally, is a slightly raised bank of earth that was covering up rocks, which built the earth up to form a good place for rabbits to breed. So this is in medieval times. They would stake off a fence around it, pop in a couple of rabbits, a male and a female, and they would soon breed, and pretty soon there was a warren of rabbits that they could readily catch for the pot. But we've been looking all over for these. There's the path in the background. and here it is, royally mullered, as they say. So plenty of evidence of rabbits anyway. So we come from the mullered pillow mounds over there, up this gravel track, and basically this is the track we were on, and a bit further down, and we're going to carry on along it. So at this point, with a very nice tree, we've been walking this way. There's path to the left, path to the right, half straight on, we go straight on. Unusual visitor in the forest. Looks like we've got a badger set. And he bypasses all the mud. And pretty soon we emerge out onto the road. So just come down from this path. That's Linbrook Thatch, the name of that cottage. That looks like Exley there. And we turn right to walk along the lane. It's a lovely old oak tree. And lovely old thatch cottages out here. So this is the Linbrook. It's only just formed from some springs up the road. This dry bit of road is the ford. Linbrook carries on the bridge. So we don't have to go down this little bit of road. We could have carried straight on, but I'm a sucker for a little footbridge. I won't say it's one of my favourite things, and my son would take the mickey. But I do like footbridges, and the concrete on that looks a bit thin, doesn't it? Must be alright though. And we can look back across the ford. From one ford to another. It's Ford tractor. Post box. So here's the almshouses. Lovely. Almshouses are houses usually supplied by a charitable organisation or the church for poor people to live in. Whether that is still the case, I do not know. But anyway, we've just come around that bend by the ford there, and opposite the almshouses, past the poor people's jaguars, is a footpath which will take us down by the lake. So walking down the path, through the trees, we've got the Linbrook Lake and the Northfield Lake on the left, and this is all part of the Blashford Lakes Nature Reserve, which is owned by the Hampshire and Isle of Wight Wildlife Trust, and it's a very, very good place for bird watching. We get a limited view of it down these public rights of way. If you want to get a better view, then it's a few quid. You can go in the visitor centre there, use all the hides. Nice day out. Now he looks familiar. Hello, you're not Logan, are you? It's another walking video that I watched, a chap called Dave Ford. He's very good, and he's got a whippet like that. Look, called Logan. That's not him though, I don't think. Well, if your pooch has lost its collar, Alf Brown, it's hanging up here. And carry straight forward. So at the telegraph pole, path left, Avon Valley Way, path right, Avon Valley Way, and we disappear to the right. So Snell's Lake is over on the left, but over on the right is Blashford Lake. It's all over, isn't it? Some councils need shooting. Right, so Blashford Lake is a very turquoise sort of colour, and that's caused by suspended clays in the water. Mistletoe, we follow the Avon path through the missing Avon. So that's the aforementioned Hampshire and Isle of Wight Naturist Trust, Blashford Lakes. More lakes over there. So this massive complex of lakes that we're walking between, they were former gravel pits. A lot of gravel extraction See how big the lakes are, look. Geese on there. There's a lot of gravel extraction from about 1900 onwards. It must have been the bane of these people's lives, but now it's finished. Nature reserve, lakes, happy days. It's a real shame that they missed a trick with these paths. Such lovely scenery either side, and there's loads of hedge and fence. Shame. So this lake has got a nice sailing club on there. I think I'd get bored sailing around a lake, but hey ho, it's nice all the same. So that's the Spinnaker Sailing Club. Welcome to the home of sailing in the New Forest. I thought that would be the Royal Lymington Yacht Club, but there you go. So we walked down past this little sailing club on a footpath, which will take us back alongside the lakes towards the pub. So we're at the other end of the little sailing club. There's that plane coming in. Keep following the footpath. Oh, nice treehouse. Oh dear. And still there's more boats. My golly, all those dinghies out on the lake, there wouldn't be room to move. I guess some of them perhaps use it as a boat park to take their boats down to the nearby seaside. Maybe, don't know. So back on the gate, which takes a bit of opening, out onto the main road, turn left. So you don't see many phone boxes that are phone boxes anymore, and this poor old box has seen better days. Soon to be removed. That was in 2016, they haven't got round to it yet, but hey ho. We carry on down towards the pub, which is just through here. So here we are, we're back at the Alice Loyal. It's a nice walk. We managed to find the rabbits eventually after a lot of searching through the undergrowth. Not the best pillow mounds I've ever seen, but we got there eventually. We've heard the tale of the lady that lost her head at Moyles Court, and we've done about 6 miles. So it's great. If you enjoyed the walk, then like and subscribe, and perhaps I'll see you on the next one.